105.7 The Point, it's Liv, and I am joined by 3 Days Grace times 2. Adam, Matt, welcome. So excited. So if you're not like super up to date on 3 Days Grace, Adam, the OG, left in 2013. Matt, you stepped in, and that's how I thought things were just going to be. And then all of a sudden, Adam, you're back. You guys are opening up for Disturbed tonight, the Sickness Tour. And I want to go back and kind of feel out how you guys came back together, because the music industry can be so full of ego. And ego could have gotten in the way and stopped this about 80,000 times in the last decade. So was this always the plan? Has this been in the works for a while?
Yeah, I mean, it's been in the works for a while. I think for me, it was about 2020 when the pandemic happened. I had been in touch with Brad quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, he just brought it up as something that him and Matt had talked about, you know. So yeah, I mean, we got together a few times, and I met up with Neil in Nashville, you know, one weekend, and we talked through some stuff and hung out, and yeah, and then I mean, it wasn't long after that I was up on stage with these guys in Nashville and Huntsville, and yeah, and here we are.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And that says a lot to you, Matt, just that you kind of started this idea, bopping it around, because again, the ego thing, you could have been like, well, here I am, I'm here now.
You know what?
Old news.
I grew up watching these guys practice in my basement when I was 12 years old. And first and foremost, I've always been a fan of the band. So to make this like the biggest thing, and like to have Adam back and to be doing this is pretty effing awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, couldn't be happier.
Good. And that makes me think too, like back when you first stepped into that role, was it nerve-wracking for being a fan and like, I don't want to fuck this up kind of a thing?
Yeah. Like at first it was definitely very nerve-wracking. I still remember having to go in the basement and like my brothers were like, you better start singing these songs. I'm like, huh?
Right?
What?
Why?
Why? And then I was in my darkest days, so my other bandmates would hear me in the basement singing 3 Days Grace songs. It was just it was quite a whirlwind of stuff going on. So,
I bet.
But yeah, like first couple of shows, fire was going off, and yeah, off to the races.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, and I think back to when you announced your departure from the band originally. Like for me back then, that was my first experience with a band that I love, and I'm like, oh no, they broke up, kind of a thing. And I panicked, and then I hear this guy, Matt from My Darkest Days, is coming in. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. And then I heard like the first single that you did with them, and I'm like, I took a step back. I'm like, you know what? It sounds pretty damn good.
Yeah, and Painkiller was actually started off kind of as a My Darkest Days song, and then
it works.
We took it and made it better, and then it became a 3 Days Grace song.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I know in a recent interview, you guys talked about how, because I'd wonder this, if you were just going to sing your songs that you've kind of done from the beginning, but it sounds like you guys are going to switch off a little bit tonight.
Yeah, we mix it up a little bit. I mean, it would be pretty predictable for us to, you know, each kind of just sing, I don't know, the songs that we recorded or whatever. So yeah, we try to mix it up and take different parts and put a spin on different ones. Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah.
Now I want to talk about Mayday. You guys put out a song together, and I gotta give a hand to everybody in the background who put out the video when they did before all the planes started crashing. If you haven't seen the video, you guys are pilots in an airplane. All hell is breaking loose, and absolutely fantastic song. Can you talk about Mayday?
Yeah, it's crazy that happened.
Yeah, when we started talking about being on a plane and stuff, like we imagined it crashing at the end. And our management was like, no, that cannot happen. You have to keep flying into
into the sunset. Just keep going.
You got stewardesses in their underwear. It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's pretty weird timing. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to get it out before.
Right.
Before this
had it been after the fact, I might have been like.
Yeah. No, Mayday was cool. I mean, we got together at Barry's place in Indiana. He's got a nice like a setup with a cabin, all sorts of stuff. So we all met up there and just started the writing process, and it was really a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
It's been super seamless. Like if like we're all from the same small town, really small town. So we grew up together as friends, and that's never really gone away.
Awesome.
You know, the business side of things, definitely, you know, some weird stuff there. But, you know, aside from that, we're friends. We got in a room together with guitars and started banging out songs. And it came pretty easy, you know. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, still, you know, still some work, but.
The guy we co-wrote Mayday and also So-Called Lifetime in my old band, Porn Star Dancing. His name is Ted Bruner.
Yes, St. Louis's own.
He's actually from St. Louis, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
Yeah.
Now, is Mayday a one-off, or can we expect more? Or, I mean, is this like a thing that's happening going forward, or is this we're feeling it out? Okay.
No, we basically have recorded a full album. So we're, I think we're in the process now of just deciding exactly when and what the second single will be. And, you know, announcing an album and all that stuff soon, I think.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't really locked in any dates, but yeah, soon for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's great. You know, when it came out that you were going to, you know, do a couple of festivals, I'm like, that's cool. And if that's all we get, great. But this is so exciting to have both of you together. I can't wait to hear what you guys do tonight. And I did want to ask, I've had some people message me when I'm like, I'm interviewing 3 Days Grace. What do you want to know? What was the collaboration with Dustin Pointer, the red flag guy, that I was scrolling social media, watching his videos, and then you guys show up, which was the most random thing imaginable. How did that come about?
I think he's just a fan.
Yeah.
I think firstly he just loves the band and just asked us to do it. We're like, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think we're just in the same spot at the same time. Yeah.
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 He's
it was
cool.
fun.
Like, I didn't really know too much about him before.
Sure.
But yeah, I know some people that are super into him and stuff. So
if you want to hear 3 Days Grace sing Shania Twain, look up Dustin Pointer, the red flag guy.
Try to sing Shania Twain.
I mean, everybody likes a good cover, and especially an unexpected cover. So
that's true. We might have to throw some Shania in the set tonight.
Feel like a woman.
Yeah, a little oh, I think.
Yeah.
No.
That's one you can take vocally.
Yeah,
and then,
sure. Yeah, exactly.
So you guys coming out, supporting the Sickness Tour, 25 years. I mean, you guys are really coming up on some anniversaries yourself. Are there any plans for those old albums to celebrate in the next couple of years?
I don't know. Not sure. I mean, that's a good thought.
I think we need something.
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about just, you know, I think 1X, the 25th anniversary-ish is coming up
20th
soon.
is coming up. That was 2006.
Sorry, yeah. 20th, not 25th. Yeah, but so I don't know. Yeah, we talked about it.
Awesome. Well, so excited to see what you guys do tonight, in the future. Hearing you both on a future album is so exciting. So thanks for joining me. Appreciate you.
Thank you.